Hey everybody, Brett from Stars Gaming here, back with part 14 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play. And so last episode we were able to kind of usurp the province of Eaglebrook out from under the kingdom of Sharnhelm. And so they're down to one province now. And if we can get a claim on that territory, that will be our next target. Right now we're trying to get a claim on Garrett though, because this guy is all alone. That's his only province, so it should be fairly easy to take. We do have a claim on Port Creek here. However, it's now part of the Kingdom of North Point. And as you probably recall, North Point is this large gray kingdom here. They have all of that as well. So we probably don't want to cross them, at least not yet. We need to find a way to weaken them first, and that's probably not going to be the way to do it. So, that being the case, let's get this running. And as usual, go into our council and toggle all these off. There we go. Okay, and actually, we haven't checked technology in a while. It looks like there are a couple things we can upgrade. Let's get... Oh, I can't do light infantry. How far are we off? 30. We can do heavy, though. We use a lot of heavy infantry as orcs, so let's do that. Castle infrastructure is probably a good idea. Looks like improved keeps we already got. Construction might be useful though. Let's see, that's just going to give us build times. Did she die? Okay, yes, she died. Let's go ahead and throw our son in that vacancy. Actually, he's pretty good too, isn't he? Well, I'm gonna give it to him. And once again, we'll have him train troops here. Now, back to what we were doing, technology. Well, you can keep going. I'm thinking castle infrastructure. Because that will give us plus 5% to castle taxes, which should include these as well. So that will boost our income. We don't have any temples, that's not going to help us. Trade practices, we don't have any trade posts or cities, so that's not really going to help us. I think castle infrastructure is the way to go. And fine arts, I'm going to wait and see if we can get some majesty or something. And what else? Has this still not gone through? No, it has not. Well, I'm not too concerned with it, but keep an eye on it just in case. Okay, so back to the waiting game. Hopefully we can get a claim on some territories today. Otherwise it's going to make moving forward a little bit difficult. So let's see. Yeah, I'd really like to be able to just get rid of them completely. Because they tend to pick fights with these big countries, these big kingdoms, quite a bit, and I'm worried that they'll just get kind of absorbed, which would be a shame, because if anyone's going to absorb them into their kingdom, I'd prefer it be us. Now, one other option we do have is dealing with Wayrest down here, who's lost a considerable amount of territory from wars with Daggerfall. So, they may be worth a look. I don't think we have any... Yeah, so just the Inquisition, which is, you know, something we're not going to do. At least not... We're going to be very careful about when we do it. Because as you probably recall, if we do an Inquisition, we risk pulling all the Bretons that surround us into the war, which is not a good idea for a country like us that's completely surrounded. What's happening here? Peasant revolt, huh? Oh, okay. Brogmesh claims she would be a better spy master than Brokiel, and petitions that she should be given the title of spy master. Considering he's my son, I'm not going to do that. He's also a lot younger than she is. Like he just turned 21, yeah. Now, I wish I could get rid of this guy. Let's appoint a spy. see what happens. But yeah, so these guys are another option as far as attacking. They're actually completely independent from the look of it. Let's see. If I were to declare war on you, yeah, I thought as much. That's a shame. Okay, so it looks like we're just gonna have to keep on waiting. Interesting fact, I think this, I'm not sure if the spelling is the same, but in southern France, there's a city called something similar, Galvadon. It's probably got a much more French pronunciation than that. But there's a French city in the south of France that has a very similar name, and it's famous for the Beast of Galvadon, or something to that effect. It was essentially like oh, what happens here? Large groups of bandits. We've got to help them out. I don't like spending the money, but we got to do it. So it's famous for these essentially wolf attacks in like I think it was the late 1700s, early 1800s. And they're all attributed to one animal, which to this day I don't think they know exactly what it is. I think they kind of assumed it was just like an exceptionally large wolf, but it was basically avoiding livestock and going out of its way to attack people in the villages, which is kind of interesting behavior for a wolf, to avoid easy prey and go after a person who could potentially defend themselves a little bit better than a cow penned up behind a fence. But yeah, it wasn't really from what I recall, it wasn't really consuming the people either. It was almost just like violently killing them and just sort of leaving them. And so it kind of left it open to speculation whether or not it was a wolf doing this, because generally wolves hunt for food and to defend their territory, and these weren't really indicative of either, which I thought was really interesting. But yeah, so that's an interesting little bit about I don't think it's spelled the same as this, but the name is very similar, and a lot of the lore from the Bretons is based upon like French medieval history, just like in like what, Cyrodiil. Oh, we're in the wrong place here. It's down this way. So where the capital of the empire is in Skyrim. Well, it's not in Skyrim, but the empire from the game Skyrim, their capital's down here, and they're based a lot on, as you probably guessed from like the armor style and stuff, they're based pretty heavily on the Roman Empire. So yeah, I mean that's the story behind that, and unfortunately nothing interesting happened during my little spiel there. So we might have to kick this into overdrive up to 4. I'm also interested in maybe, I keep saying we need to distribute land, and we do, but the thing is, I'm trying to make a move to unseat this guy as my heir before I go forward with it, because I prefer him. I'd even prefer him. Starting to think Ugak might fancy me. No, it's okay. Actually, we do need the favor, so I'm gonna keep taking it. But yeah, however, so my heir has a son, Kafuto. Okay. Well, that is very problematic because now he has an heir. I know that one of my slothful courtiers is capable of more than he realizes. I want to push the courtier into being more ambitious. I believe there's great potential in that one. My son. Yeah, let's do it. That might get him to try to overthrow this guy. Now, because these guys are all blood relatives, if, for example, he dies, the kid inherits, and then the kid dies, we would still be good, our game wouldn't end. My wife, Queen Homraz, has asked me to get rid of one of my courtiers, whom she finds mighty, and I was read like mightily, finds mighty annoying. On one hand, Homraz might not be happy if I refuse the request, but if I fire the annoying man, maybe people will feel my wife has too much influence over my actions. Well, who are we talking about? She wants me to fire my son? Well, it's not her son. She's also not my primary wife, so I'm going to say no to that. But I'm not going to fire my son, especially since he's like the most competent son. But yeah, it figures. I do like that there's like internal politics between the multiple wives. Like you saw, I believe it was when he inherited the throne. Yeah, our wife killed the first heir to the throne, and so her son, our current king, ended up inheriting, which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, that's one of the cool things about Crusader Kings is you've got like all these just like random events that turn into like very organic kind of stories, which, you know, is pretty rare for a game. Generally, any kind of interesting storyline is usually pretty heavily scripted, and in Crusader Kings you can run into a lot of just, you know, random happenings that turn into like a very interesting turn of events. That's one of the reasons I love playing it so much. And still nothing. Let's get the speed going. Numerous reports of feral lycanthropes have been made in Grimrock. These shape changers appear to be moving in packs and are preying upon our people. Well, we've got to help them out, even though I could use the extra gold. Yeah, I mean, we keep like spinning our wheels with our income. Like every time we get a little bit, yeah, so here we go again. Thieves Guild, yeah, so we're going to be even lower. Every time we get ahead, we end up having to spend a bunch of it on stuff like this. But it really hurts your populace's happiness if you don't do anything about it. So, I mean, we'll just have to grit and bear it. How are we doing here? Fine arts. What do fine arts even do? Monthly favor. I'm not too concerned about that. Like, we need favor, but I'm not interested in throwing away research on it. I've discovered a plot where Mirza seeks to seduce King. Why would I care? Yeah, I honestly don't care. And we have enough wives, so I'm not that concerned. That is Mogrul's son or daughter. So let's go ahead and who should we have educate her? I prefer somebody a little bit more like her. Someone with better like intrigue skill and diplomacy. Although stewardship would be a good trait for it too. A large number of refugees and homeless individuals displaced by war, famine, or other such tragedies have been flooding into Shield Wall as of late. Okay. Well, it is on the border, and there are a ton of wars. Well, there was a bunch of wars going on in here. So it's understandable, I suppose. Oh, is he independent now? Looks like this one is now independent. And, okay, we get even more refugees. We really need to find a war here, and quickly, because I am hemorrhaging prestige, as I have been the last couple episodes. Due to a sudden influx of ancient battle axes and other miscellaneous items looted by the large number of adventurers in Grimrock, the local economy has collapsed. Oh, great. Diligent. So we actually could get a decent trait out of this. Now the question is, will that... So basically we have to invest 32 gold in order to prevent our tax income from dropping by 3. Or at least in this province. Which, I don't know if that's going to make up that investment. But it would be through 3441. So we're looking at like 11 excuse me, 11 years of reduced tax income. Where here, we have the potential to avoid it, and then even if it does happen, it's only going to be for 7 years. So, I think that is a pretty good investment. 3 gold, 3 gold a month for 11 years is, so what, 36 gold a year times, I'm not sure if it's actually 3 gold per month, but I think, even if my math is totally off, I think this is going to be the way to go. It may hurt us up front, although we do have, you know, excess to spend. I'm trying to save up so that we can buy castles and cities and things like that. But yeah, hopefully we saved. Yeah, it looks like we did save the economy here. Did we get diligent though? I don't think we did. It probably would have told me had we picked it up. What's going on here? I'm starting to think, really? You think everybody likes you, man? So, there's like all kinds of revolts going on here, and my liege peasants attacked me while collecting taxes in Orsinium. Well, at least you didn't get killed. But yeah, it looks like all of these guys are breaking away from their kingdoms and becoming independent, and that just makes it even easier for us to sit there and pick them off one at a time. So, I guess we'll just sit back and let it happen. However, I'd really like to grab this land here. It's just taking forever to get a claim on it. Oh, can we go ahead and do this? Maybe that's what that was waiting for. Let's go ahead and... Oh, cool. Oh, so it was waiting on me that whole time. I'm dumb. Let's see, we can kill... Why are they all women? Like, why do we want to assassinate a bunch of women? Let's refute some claims, though. What... Can I see what kind of claim it is? No. My half-sister... Let's go ahead and do that. We may as well be doing something productive while we wait for something to happen. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do much this episode. My liege, I've collected a tithe in Orsinium. Cool. Finally something goes our way. Although I suppose we've done pretty good considering how isolated we are. We're literally like the only orcs on the map, with the exception of, I think I spotted like an island that had orcs on it somewhere. Or maybe they were like down here. He's got another son. Great. He's getting harder and harder to unseat. Thieves guilds are common. Thieves guilds are a common rumor amongst the common people in many settlements across our land, but it seems those rumors have proven true in Shieldwall. A large thieves guild is openly operating Shieldwall, completely disregarding all sensibilities on property ownership and the letter of the law. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to do something about it, and we're going to lose money again. Although it looks like we're back to roughly where we were after we threw that 32 gold at the economy. Shobob. He's my grandson. Who's... Oh, it's Mogrel's son. Okay. Well, am I... You know what? Let's educate him ourselves, I think. Because we're not educating anybody right now. So we may as well. And then, it may be a while, but we'll probably educate... Where are we? Mughal Shabab, there we are. We'll probably educate our heir's heir ourselves as well. Because chances are he's going to end up ruling at some point. Okay, so she died. How are we doing on prestige? Will it tell me monthly prestige? So we're losing 1.7. Yeah, it's the fact that we have unlanded sons and the fact that we've been at peace for a long time. So, let's see. What do we want to do here? Who is he? He's the son of Shura. Well, I suppose I could educate him as well. it is going to be a while before... Actually, you know what? Let's have Shura educate his own kid. Because I think... Yeah, he's got a pretty good balance of stats, and the kid's already at like 7 martial skills, so we don't really need to worry about it too much. Hopefully he just makes the right decisions and doesn't totally screw him up, but honestly, I don't know if that kid's ever going to become relevant, so... Your child Shell has decided to steer away from the court and seek her own fortune, although she will no doubt gain both riches and valuable experience within his adventure. Okay, that's kind of weird. There, whenever the place he wants to go is, will be many dangerous stuff that could well cost her life. God, they could not have worded that any more poorly. And they've got like he and then her and then she and like... Well, is that my daughter? I suppose. I mean, go do your own thing. Is she not married? Okay, she's not. Then yeah, I mean, go do your thing, and if you come back, we'll find you a noble to marry or something. Oh, great, nomadic giants. That's just perfect. Well, we'll throw some more money at it. We are just not doing good this episode. We've literally just been throwing money at one thing after another, but we really have no choice. Because, if we sit here and take all these penalties, our income's going to grind to a halt. Not only that, but our revolt risk will start to skyrocket. Just nothing good will come from it. And I think I'm actually going to move him because I'm getting kind of tired of waiting here. So let's fabricate claims on Sharnhelm, maybe. Let's see if we can deal with them completely. Oh, great. Another increase in revolt risk. I didn't see where that was. It was up in Eaglebrook from the looks of it. Although it could have been Orsinium. 4.4. Part of that is that we still have Bretons in there. And what I really should be doing, actually, is... Let's get into the council. Who are you? You're in Cambria. No, we need you in Eaglebrook right now. And so we're getting pretty close to the end of the episode here. And, oh god, yet again, we're going to have to throw some money at that. So we're going to have to break off the episode pretty soon here. I think we're at like 23 minutes. And I'd like to shoot for about 25. Especially when the episodes are kind of slower like this one. I prefer to just cut it a little bit short and then re-roll. Was she our primary wife? She may have been. Yeah, she was. At least she died natural death and not like some disease or something worse than that. Will I rule one day? If you deserve it, you shall. Those are really good traits. Let's go for it. He's got gregarious, but that's all he got. It was his kid, right? Yeah. Okay. I've noticed Hamraz's affection for one of the courtiers and heard her praise for his favor. So it did not surprise me when she approached me and tried to convince me to appoint him as Magister. Trouble is, Hamraz is well respected and many would disapprove if I were to fulfill Hamraz's wish. Wait, I'm kind of confused here. So... is he the one? Yeah. I'm just gonna go with this. And I guess we'll just go ahead and break the episode off here. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Feel free to throw me some suggestions on, either what you'd like to see in this series or maybe what you'd like to see after this series. Or, maybe heck, I don't know, what other scenarios you'd like to see in Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you back here for part 15 of our Crusader Kings 2 Elder Kings mod Let's Play.